everybody? We back for another Real Housewives of Miami review.
Ray, real quick, I'm the reason that we're late. Okay, we all were on time, but we were backstage talking about Hulk Hogan being on the slope ball to hell. That was my fault. I'm sorry. My apologies.
So yeah, we back for Real Housewives of Miami. This was this episode. Before we even get into it, I will say they could have kept everything except the ending, because the first half of the episode, I was like, "What is this? Why am I watching this?" It was some BS. But other than that, tell me how y'all felt about the episode.
Same, and the only thing that I'm waiting for is the reunion because I'm waiting for Andrew to bring up. Julia, how is it that you went to support Kuramo and y'all are so LGBTQ, but you had Carmen there who's trans? And what did your wife say about that? That whole scene is just like, how you here supporting this when your what?
Yeah, Julia and Martina confused the shit out of me, but I'll talk about that later.
Wait a minute, Martina's anti-trans? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know.
Martina's anti-trans. She's up there with Caitlyn Jenner. She's about as bad as Caitlyn Jenner is.
Oh wow, I did not know that. Okay, well.
Yeah, she's anti-trans.
Did not know.
Yeah, when it comes to trans women in sports, she is not like she
well, now trans women in sports versus being anti-trans, that's two different things.
So she has it's that, but she is also anti-trans as well. Like she doesn't see it for the trans community. All right. Kind of how she doesn't see it for IVF. That's she's the same way.
Yeah, I knew she had. Yeah, I knew that. We talked about that last week, I think.
Yeah, so she's the same way about trans, the same way she is about IVF. So, and they're part of the community.
Yeah. Hold on, wait. So Gabby, no, we're not supposed to be mourning him, but before really B joined us, I was saying to JB, this has been a hell of a week. First for just reality television. I mean, because we got Jackie punching the shit out of her daughter, which should have dog walked her ass. And then we got this show, and then I'm like, then you got Hope dying. Like, it was us just shooting the breeze, and we just got so caught up in the rapture of it all that we was late. But no, we're not mourning him.
I know damn well I'm not. Fuck him. The hell with that bastard.
Yeah, there will be no slow singing and flower bringing around here.
Another racist is gone, and we good. Sorry. Ooh. Not sorry.
It is.
So, this episode now. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, the first scene is Julia. So we see Julia, and Martina. They get to the farm and they're showing one of the little boys' name is Luke. I don't know what the other little boy's name is, but I will say those are two cute little boys. Why they with Julia, I do not know. So I still got a little bit of a side eye for Julia when it comes to them boys. So we see Adriana and both Alexia came down to the farm to see the boys. Now, I will say when I saw Alexia with them boys, it didn't give the Thea vibe that she thought it was giving. To me, it gave, I'm here to film with these two little black boys, and that's all it is. And so while they're there, Kuramo Brown called, who I am not a fan of at this point because Kuramo is a sellout in my personal opinion. So he's inviting Julia down to
a lot of daggers being thrown. Okay.
Yeah, well, Kuramo Brown, I used to like him when he was on The Real World, but after that, he gives. Actually, he was on a show with Carlo, one of Carlo's shows a few years ago with Claudia, and they were talking about colorism.
Yeah, the next 15 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And I hadn't saw from before that, but that really solidified it for me with him. And then, he's coming down to Miami to be honored by some task force down there. And I wasn't really listening because when it comes to him, tuned him out. So that's where Julia was talking about, this is a celebration of my community. And I was like, is it everybody in the LGBT or is it just the L, the G, and the B? And exclude the T because your wife don't see it for him. But y'all tell me how y'all feel.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I'm concerned for the boys. I really am. And the only thing this puts me in the mind of is for certain groups of women that get with black men producing heavily melanated babies and doing wrong by the baby because of the. And I'm saying that because you have a black woman on the show, especially with what happened at the end of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see Julia going home and loving on those kids because of what someone who looks like us just did to her. It's just something about that way. It just don't sit right in my spirit. And just watching that scene, and then at the same time, you like if you and Gertie were starting back over, why the fuck wasn't Gertie there? Why wasn't Kiki there?
Mm-hmm. Never mind about that.
I don't see it that way, but I don't know. I don't see it that way. I don't think it's this. I don't think they're going to mistreat those boys. But my fear is that they're not.
I hope not.
No, my fear. Hey, Jasmine. My fear though is that they're not going to teach those. That they're not going to reach. That they're not going to give those boys a sense of who they are. My concern isn't that they'll be mistreated. My concern is that they will walk away and not know who they are and not have a sense of who they are. They're going to grow up in a white privileged world and they're going to walk around with that white privilege until, unfortunately, they get smacked in the back of the head with a black stick. That is my concern. I don't think they'll be mistreated though, but you know,
I hope not. But in Miami, I don't know how that's going to work for them. Well, because I mean, as Miami is just as bad as it's a red state. And that's the thing that throws me with them. They're a minority. This is a whole minority couple because they are a lesbian couple raising two. Yeah,
but they're rich white. Yeah, they're rich lesbian, and I mean, I hate to say it like that, but that's different. Rich lesbian, that's different. I mean, that's just like, and they're not American. Mm-mm. So that also there's also a privilege as well that they're not white American. They're rich and they're not, you know what I'm saying? So I think that also is for me at least, I see where there's that difference there. Also, I didn't find it odd that Kiki and Gertie weren't invited because again, they don't hang out. Like we haven't seen Kiki. When have we ever seen Kiki at Julia's house? When have we ever seen Gertie at Julia's house? Unless it was a group scene. When have we ever seen those women invited into her space? So I wasn't shocked to not see them there because again, when have we ever seen them spaces? But I will say that I thought what Alexia was trying to do in that moment, I felt like she was trying to get under. Hold on. I felt like she was trying to get under Adriana's skin. She was trying to let it be known. I've seen these boys before. I've been around them before. They know who I am. And like you said, they weren't giving her the ooh, like I think she wanted. But the point was made. Adriana got it. Adriana understood. Oh, wait a minute. She's been here before. And I think that was the point she was trying to make with that.
Oh, and don't worry, Adriana. We gonna drag you a little bit later too, or at least I will.
I was about to say, why we got to drag Adriana?
I was gonna say
because the only reason that Adriana is sitting here playing the middle is because of what's going on between her and Julia. Because if Julia were really like this, she wouldn't be playing the middle and trying to be a mediator. She would be team Julia.
You know what? I said that in my review. You're right. I said that in my review earlier. I absolutely said that.
But since I said, I guess we got to revisit it.
I said the same thing. Yeah, I said the same thing. And I agree 100%. I agree.
Okay. I mean, y'all know I like Adriana, so that's why I'm like, But I'm gonna let y'all have that because I don't doubt it. I really don't. So the next thing we got is y'all's girl, not mine, Larsa.
You know that's not my hoe. That's Leah. She ain't here, so.
Larsa. So this scene with Larsa, it was a BS scene.
Where's
So
T?
yeah,
Exactly. I mean, because it was nothing that was there. Okay, cute.
it's giving
Got a
Erica.
house, nice gowns, beautiful gowns. Stephanie,
giving,
okay, handprints.
She's had
That's
a different
nasty.
house
I don't
every
like it.
season.
that's
She's
what
had a
got on my
different house
nerves.
every season.
That's what got on my nerves with Stephanie because Stephanie keeps talking about these fingerprints. I was like, girl, if you don't shut the fuck up. Here's the thing, I don't like fingerprints on everything as well, but I mean shit. Clean it.
But see, but one thing that has upset me with Stephanie is like you have to understand your taste is not somebody else's taste. And that's one of those things that will make me dislike somebody. Like I'm pretty sure, again, I could be obnoxious. I'm pretty sure if every time I'm around, oh, I don't really like that. Y'all really gonna be like, can somebody get this motherfucker up out of here? Like it's unbearable, and she's coming out very braggadocious, very gauche. Again, very new fucking money. Like that's how she's coming across. Like, come on now, because all you had to do was just be there as a friend for Larsa. Whereas, oh, okay, that's nice. And had Larsa been like, so what do you think, or would you? Okay, I personally wouldn't do it because of but I see your vision, and that would be great. Simple.
Or bring an alternative to the table. Okay, well, if you think this is not a great idea, what's the alternative? How should I do my closet? What are the other options? But you coming in there, I feel like, again, Stephanie just wants to be heard. She's trying so hard to play this CEO. I'm that bitch. I'm that this. I'm that. And like I was saying earlier, even though Mia was playing fake CEO, she was still giving housewife. She was still being messy. Yeah. She didn't act like she was above what's going on here. And my thing is, Stephanie, if you're above all of this, then why are you here? Like, girl,
I mean, it is giving Brownwood. It is giving Brownwood from Salt Lake City.
Yeah, I said it definitely giving Brownwood.
Yeah,
definitely. It's a mixture of Mia and Brownwood together.
There it is.
It's a mixture of those two. The problem that I had with her is like, I get it. Larsa said that, she's coming down there because they're both decorating their closets. Okay, Stephanie, if you don't like it, cool. But obviously Larsa likes it. So if Larsa likes it, be like, okay, cool. You like it. Now, when I come over there, I'm not going to touch it because I don't want to leave my fingerprints behind. But to keep harping on it,
right?
Like, you doing a lot. And then with Larsa, it's like, now I know that they filmed this before Beverly Hills even aired because I was like, damn, this is literally Erica's storyline. Because remember, Erica's storyline remodeled her house. I was like, we complained about it.
No, not her house. Well, I believe it was 2 rooms, right?
But to me, with Larsa, with Erica, that was her whole storyline. That was it. Yeah. We got nothing else from Erica. At least with Larsa, I mean, they tried to give us a little bit of the Marcus. She's had the conflict with Lisa. Like Larsa is giving us something other, but with Erica, literally, that is all we got from Erica until they went until the end when they were coming at Garcelle towards the end. That was it, and that was all. Like we didn't get shit else from Erica all season long.
Right. Now, we'll say one thing else about Larsa in this thing, because she talked about her and Lisa, and once again, she's talking about Lisa is low on friends, and I'm like, Larsa, aren't you low on friends? Because the Kardashians dropped you like a bad habit.
Ooh.
When you slept with Malik Beasley. So you low on friends just like her, because when the Kardashians dropped you and Miami was rebooted, where were you? Right here.
Right back in Miami.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a while. Lisa wasn't a part of the original cast, right?
Yeah, she was. She came on season 2.
So I'm talking about season 1.
Oh no, she wasn't season 1. She was season 2.
Because when we get to the end, you'll see that we have Mo, Larry, and Curly, and at some point it was Shemp, but it's the 3 Stooges,
right?
Alexia, Marisol, Larsa, and I think that's what she was referring to, the whole her being low on friends, because again, you have the solid 3. That even though Marisol is nothing but a friend, she still holds some weight. And if you think about it, especially when we get there, Marisol low key was in charge of the girls. Shout out to Funky Dineva. So I think that's kind of it, where you're not in the nucleus of the group, which means that if you're on the outside, I mean, you just trying to get in where you fit in. I think that's kind of what that is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that's exactly what I called. I called them three, Mo, Curly, and Larry. Because like y'all really giving Three Stooges the way y'all going off, but we not get ahead of ourselves. So the next scene is this damn scene with Julia at this event with Kuramo. So we see Stephanie and Marisol. They rode together, and Stephanie in the backseat of was that a Rolls Royce? She had a cock. She was making a cocky.
It was a Rolls Royce.
I said, here we go. We've gone with 7 episodes, and I ain't heard the word cocky since. And here we go with the cockies. But I was looking at this and I was like, you know what, Stephanie, I see what you're doing. You're trying to get in with the quote unquote in crowd to make yourself, to be, because you want people to believe you're that girl. And so now if I'm that girl, you want to try to get in with the in crowd. And the best way to get in is through Marisol, which even like you said, yeah, she's a friend of, but for some odd reason, Marisol is still in charge of the girls, which I don't know why. So we see Kuramo. Well, actually, Marisol was talking about getting her colon checked, and we found out from Adriana that Julia mentioned Marisol getting her colon checked, and she was like, "Why are you telling me about Marisol?" And she's like, "That's when I realized it ain't just Alexia that you're getting in cool with, it's Marisol as well." Which I've been clocked Julia for who she was, a social climber. So then Kuramo came up to Julia being extra as hell. And then, he was telling Stephanie, you smell like new money. Well, you smell like money. She smells like new money.
You smell like money, yeah.
She smells like new money. So, because, it's just, first of all, that outfit that Stephanie had on was a no. I was like, this gives you money?
But wasn't he talking about the jewelry?
He was talking about that necklace around her neck. That's what he said. He said that necklace.
Oh, it was a necklace. I wasn't even looking at it because everything about her was just tacky.
I liked her dress. I liked that dress she had on. The outfit I didn't like was Gertie's. What the fuck was that?
No, I hated that. I did hate Gertie's outfit.
Gertie, and again, who am I to tell somebody how to dress? But Gertie's fashion aesthetic leaves. I question.
I would just say that she's trying to get used to her thickness. That's the lie that I'm telling. That's the lie I'm telling myself.
Because Gertie has always dressed like that.
That's the lie I'm gonna tell myself to sleep at night.
I was like, because Gertie has always given that.
Yes, she can't dress. So we also met Kiki. Now I thought it was interesting that Kiki is introducing a friend. Now I don't know who Carmen is. They said she's from Drag Race, so I don't know. Carmen never.
She was one of the queens from Drag Race that later came out. So that later came out trans. And when RuPaul first started doing Drag Race, there were no trans girls. Carmen Kiera, I think I'm pronouncing her name wrong, but she was one of the first queens to come out as trans.
Okay.
So she was like in the early season, like I think she was like season 1, 2, or 3, like those really, really early seasons. Yeah, Cajun Carmen Carrera, yeah.
Did y'all clock how Julia was looking at her though? Julia was looking at that girl upside her head. I was like, girl, you can't.
Which leads me to believe that it's not just Martina.
It's Julia
that feels away.
Well, anybody that's in the LGBTQ, not anybody, let me not say anybody, but you'll hear a lot of trans women and gay men speak on the division even within the community.
I've actually heard James talk about it a lot. So
yeah, it's not a shock. Because James would talk about it a lot. Yeah.
But the way she was looking at that woman, I was like, okay. So Lisa also told the girls about her and Larsa when they went out to dinner and how Larsa was telling Lisa, because everybody put all their flags in her vase, that she was a narcissist. And Lisa said, well, you're a narcissist. I was like, okay, Lisa, you got one. You got it was cute.
It was cute, but I feel like she stayed up all night to come up with that. Like I feel like she was waiting. I feel like she was waiting for the moment she could use it. But yeah, it was cute. It was cute.
And then we also found out, so Alexia is sitting right by Marisol and her phone is going off. Marisol, it's Todd. Todd is texting me. I said, girl, why is Todd texting you? So she lets us know that her and Todd went out the night before, and Marisol was like, did y'all kiss? She's like, yeah, we made out. I was like, ma'am, this man has
They
made
did more to make out because she said they spent the night together, child. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they definitely did more to make.
I just want to say, y'all watching us here, and even the additions to the panel, and even the original, whether you like it or not, we watch a lot of reality television. So when we speak about certain things, especially pulling back the veil, we know what we're talking about. This is one of those, like, let's keep it a bug. Outside of Todd, Alexia ain't got no damn storyline. And the fact that she don't want to talk about Todd outside of like the first 2 episodes, on God, if the women just fucking ignored everything Todd, when I tell you Alexia would fumble. Because what else do you? Because at that point, now she's going to have to go out of her way to beef with somebody. And guess what, Stephanie? Your dumb ass literally just gave her a storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking retard.
Exactly. When
I just wanted to bring that up, like, because everybody's feeding into the Todd. Don't nobody give a fuck about what? Because my thing is this: just like when we said with Stephanie, if you not finna bring your sisters on here, leave that shit on the playground.
Mm-hmm.
So with Alexia, if we ain't finna see Todd and see y'all sit down and y'all really get down to the nitty gritty, leave that shit on the playground. I don't fucking care.
I'm with you.
That's me.
So after that,
Don't put me like that.
Oh, you got something to say, Willoughby? I didn't want to move on.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So this is where Gertie invited all the ladies to her celebration of life party, and she even invited Carmen. So all the girls are like, yeah, we're going to come. I was like, after seeing their preview, I was like, shit, some of y'all should have said no. One in particular should have said, fuck no, I'm not coming. But once we get to it, I really was on Gertie's side. So let's go ahead and get into it. So Gertie is having, now we all know Gertie went through cancer, so Gertie is having a celebration of life party, and I was here for it. So she said, now Gertie said it was an intimate party, about 40 people, but I looked at that venue, I was like, first of all, this is a big ass venue. Number 2, when you look at the people in there, now I know someone probably could be on production, but I was like, this is more than 40 people in this place that used to be a church. Like, I don't know if this is 40, but okay, Gertie. And then here's the thing about Gertie. I'm not a huge fan of Gertie, but Gertie is so over the when she got there with her husband and her kids, everything was over the top with Gertie. And I'm like, Gertie, calm down. You are like a yapping chihuahua that's on Xanax or something, like on some kind of a drug. Just calm the fuck down. Because she be everywhere. And I just want her to calm down.
That's all I was saying when I was talking about with Gertie, how Gertie be doing too much. I understand that the ladies are attacking Gertie this season, and so I am team Gertie, but we ain't gonna sit here and act like Gertie ain't annoying, because she is.
Oh, she absolutely is.
She can be.
That's why I can't get on the bandwagon, because I know people are trying to, say this could be a race thing. I'm like, no, this ain't a race thing, y'all. Gertie's annoying, and I just don't think these ladies just don't like her. Without Dr. Like, they tolerated her because of Dr. Nicole, and now that Dr. Nicole is not there, they don't have to really tolerate her. So that's that. Now we do see that Julia was the first one to arrive. Now, Julia, I'm gonna tug you by them edges that you got.
That's it, just the edges.
I just want her to be balled up around the around the top. I just want her to be balled around the top. So
look, bro, I'm finna say this, and I don't care how I come, but whatever. It's the people in the hospital that I work at when I tell you all of this is gone, and they holding on this back here. I'll be looking like, whoo.
And that's what I want Julia to look like.
You just said edges. I mean, at least let's get the whole frontal going.
I want her and Martina to look exactly, because Martina's hair is thinning too. So let's make y'all match, be like twins. Let's make y'all be twins.
I like twins.
So
where have you been?
So Julia's delusional ass, Cajun, go to hell. So Julia's delusional ass is having a conversation with Russell, and she was like, "Oh, we have the boys." He was like, "Good luck." I was like, "Come on, Russell, you done picked up something," because Russell wasn't giving her shit, And then she said something else and I wasn't listening to her. So then Marisol came, she's like, did you see Russell over there? She's like, yeah, we had a conversation and it was very awkward. Of course it was awkward, but she's like, I think he's going off of what his wife said, and I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
Bitch,
because you are the bad guy, Julia. You are the bad guy.
I mean, but to even walk up to Russell and try to paint the picture of, oh, it was just a little misunderstanding, but we're okay now. Really? So you're trying to downplay it, and you think that Russell is just finna go with the bullshit. And look, I don't care what nobody say. Even though I wish, I know we ain't got the yet, even though I wish at one point Russell would have been like, baby, I don't think this is the best idea, but go off. I at least wanted him to do that, but it was one of like, you know what? Fuck it. Take it to hell, baby. I see you at home, but I'm just saying. But I appreciate him giving, when I said that was a bombastic side eye that he gave that woman. Oh, I was like, all right.
Because I just want to know what drugs Julia did before she came here. Because, ma'am, how do you think that, like, you expect for him to take your side over his wife's?
But again, it just tells me that you only apologize to get past the moment. Because at this point, I do think that they told her to apologize. And when I say they, I mean between production and Marisol and was like, girl, it wasn't a good look. Like, you need to. Okay. And I really think she was just trying to apologize to get past it. Because you clearly still don't think you did anything wrong. Or at least you feel like what you did wasn't as bad as what you felt like Gertie did to you.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, yeah. I think you had something to say.
I'm not even gonna say, Gabby. Let's not do any prophet nor Cajun slander. Even though I know two of the panelists would disagree.
I was just about to say I disagree with the Cajun slander.
Where's Prophet? Prophet here? Hey, Prophet.
I definitely disagree with the Cajun slander because we can do that. Because Cajun comes
Prophet,
from me all the time.
How are you? How you doing?
Lord, but continue, sir.
See, I was nice. Let the record reflect that I was nice to Prophet.
And I didn't say nothing to Cajun. Cajun came.
You literally just told him to go to hell. You literally just told him to go to hell.
Did you not see what Cajun said in the comments?
I didn't say he didn't deserve it. I'm just saying you told him to go to hell.
Yeah.
Okay, now the whole somebody deserving it, that's subjective. Okay.
Cajun,
you want to say that?
Cajun gets what comes to him. So
Cajun is a mess. That's what Cajun is. Okay.
A whole ass troll.
Yeah.
So the next part of this scene it irritated me for two reasons. So Marisol and Julia are still having a conversation, but they've now flipped it to Julia was out on a date with Todd and Alexia, and she says that Todd told her he wants to win Alexia back. But I'm like, how do you win somebody back when you're the one that filed for divorce from her? So I don't understand that part. So then Stephanie decides to chime in. I was like, Stephanie, shut the fuck up. Like, girl, this ain't got nothing to do with you.
Nothing.
You don't know
nothing
Todd.
to do with you.
Like, you don't know Todd. It's literally who I'm trying to remember which Housewives season show it was. Well, one of the girls came in, kind of like Stephanie. They didn't know one of the women, and I think they were going through something, and they had a big opinion. I don't know if it was Salt Lake City or if it was Beverly, but it was a season where a new girl came in, and they just had a whole lot of opinions about things it was one of them Carlos King shows. So I'm not even gonna mention it. But I just don't like when people come in as fans and feel like they can, they have a right. Which again, I get it. You watch the show, you're a fan of the show, and you want to kind of give your little 2 cents and your opinions. But Stephanie, you don't know Todd. You just getting to know Alexia. So this has nothing to do with you. For you to keep, and then you want to keep making this goddamn joke about, oh, that party that we had. Yeah, that party was for Todd. And Alexia said, no, it wasn't Todd. It was because you bitches are narcissists. And she's like, so are you. Now, I will say, Stephanie, you cooked with that one. Alexia is absolutely a narcissist. But Alexia says that she feels like, she's an empath and she's not full of herself like Stephanie. I said, I don't care who tell it as long as it's fucking told.
We know Alexia don't think she can do. We know Alexia don't think she does anything wrong. So that's definitely, But I'm gonna say this, and somebody because I agree with everything you said, 120%. But somebody in my chat earlier made a good point. They were like, maybe Stephanie know what the streets are saying about Todd, and maybe that's where some of her opinion is coming from. Because I agree with you 100%. Girl, you don't know the situation. You don't know nothing about it. You need to just be quiet as it relates to Alexia, because at the end of the day, it is still her husband. Like, Marisol can say whatever the hell Marisol wants to say, because they are friends outside of this. Like, they're friends for real, for real. And the people on the show can kind of have their opinion. But girl, you really are new. However, maybe Stephanie does. Maybe the streets is talking, like they was talking about Lenny. Maybe the streets is talking, honey.
Okay, if the streets are talking, why not pull Alexia to the side and have or say to production, like, hey, I know something about Alexia. Can you guys get it where we can have a one-on-one scene with each other?
I agree. That's what she should have done. If she had some information, she should have pulled, or at least, even if she wasn't sure if Alexia was going to be receptive, because she probably wasn't, pull Marisol to the side and say, listen, I don't know how to tell Alexia, but Todd has got this, and the other going on. I know that's your friend. It might be better coming from you. I agree.
I just wanted to say, back to the whole reality TV show of it all, for Alexia to be a vet, why would she even play into what Stephanie was saying and doing? I'm not saying ice nobody out, but that was actually a party for Todd, if you say so. Yeah, because
she doesn't have a storyline, and she needs like you said earlier, she doesn't have a storyline, so she needs the conflict because she and
I get it, but even with that, let's keep it a bug. I'm starting to I like Stephanie just much, but it seems like you're trying to start with whomever to see what's because you started with Lisa, then you quickly forgave her. Within the same damn episode. Now you start with Alexis. So what's next? You finna start with Marisol, then Adriana? I'm not getting it.
Well, like you said, I don't believe that she hasn't watched the show, right? And I think she already walked in there not liking Alexia. I just think she doesn't like Alexia. But she's clearly a fan. She's clearly a fan.
And see, when it comes to fans of Housewives or any reality TV show, I want them to go into shows different. Like, don't come into it letting us know that you're a fan. Downplay it.
Be Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah.
Because she made it clear at the reunion that she was a fan. But during filming, she didn't come off as a fan. And I want to see if she really finna say what the fuck they said. She said that Faye Resnick, the morally corrupt. I want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see if that's.
Oh no, wait. Or was it morally bankrupt? Which one?
It's the morally corrupt Faye Resnick. Do you believe that though? Because from what we saw, Jennifer just don't give that she would.
Jennifer's not give you buck though. Like we saw a kinder, gentler Jennifer Tilly. Jennifer Tilly can be nuck if you buck.
But when it comes to Faye Resnick do make you want to get with her. So it could be true. Y'all know I'm not touching Beverly Hills this coming season, so
we know.
Because Garcelle, let me come back on camera. Hold on. Because Garcelle isn't there, that is enough to make me not want to watch. But I want to watch because I want to see if my two hypotheses gonna be right. I know one of them gonna come true. I want to see if both gonna come true.
So wait a minute, hold on. Before you say what they are, can I guess what I think they are?
Go ahead.
That the girls are going to team up against Sutton now that Garcelle's not there.
That's the first one. Yeah.
What's her face? Dorit is going to flip on Boz.
Yep. That's it. Yep. Those two. Yep.
Listen, can I be honest and tell you that's the only reason why I want to watch too. I want to be able to do I want to be able to go into every review and be like, we told y'all. We fucking told y'all.
But not even just Dorit flipping. Because again, look, as a whole Capricorn, and even with the shit that happened with Gertie today, or last night's episode. I know a Capricorn. I know an unhealed Capricorn. I know a deranged Capricorn. Mm-hmm. We saw glimpses of Kyle last season.
Oh, Kyle's coming for
where Bose was saying certain shit, and it was that look of, excuse my French, bitch, you knew. What you say?
And don't forget, Kyle has brought her best friend in real life on the show.
Faye.
Oh, yes, she is.
Oh, and
no,
she got
the other friend. Yeah,
that bought her old house. The lady that bought her old house. That's like her best friend in real life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, like, I see the forest for the trees where it's that slow burn of, oh, I'm gonna get you, but I gotta move the pieces around just right. So when it finally happens, house the cards, baby. So now I don't know if I'm reviewing it. I might, but I know I'm going to hate watch just to see if those two things don't happen.
Only way I would watch it if we keep the panel, that would be the only way I would watch it. So I come up here and be with y'all. But outside of that, me reviewing it, it ain't happening. I ain't got it for them ladies. Absolutely, the same way I dropped Roni is the same way I'm doing Beverly Hills. Fuck them, because I just don't want to, like, I feel like it's gonna be more of the same stuff. Like, at least with Miami, we know that the girls don't like Gertie, but the difference between Gertie and Garcelle is Gertie Gertie is not that likable. Gertie is annoying. Gertie is over the top. Gertie does a lot of stuff. With Garcelle didn't do shit to them women last season. She was cool with Erica. She was friends with Sutton. Sutton flipped on her at the fucking reunion. Like Kyle did an Instagram. I don't know if she was on Instagram or Amazon Live. Somebody asked her, have you talked to Garcelle? She's like, well, I tried to reach out to her. You tried to reach out to her. She's probably blocked you by now. And I don't blame Garcelle, because y'all did Garcelle so fucked up. That reunion was not supposed to be a gang up on Garcelle. That reunion should have been a gang up on Sutton.
Really should have. We're going to keep it a buck.
It should have been a gang up on Sutton, but y'all flipped it on Garcelle. So that is why I can't, Beverly Hills, me reviewing it on my channel individually, absolutely not. But the panel, absolutely, because I know all of us will drag the hell out of them, and it will be rightfully so.
What's for it?
Like I say, if my people want JB to individually review it on his channel, absolutely not. The only way I would ever touch Beverly Hills if I put it behind a paywall, and I don't even think I would do that.
Dang,
that's how much I don't want to do Beverly Hills. I wouldn't even put it behind a paywall.
Well, y'all, JB has spoken.
Right.
Beverly Hills is a no for me. But with us, I'm cool with it. I won't host. Just letting y'all know that right now. Don't be like, hey, JB, it's your week to do it. No, because JB ain't gonna have no, like how y'all don't have no from Miami.
JB is not playing with y'all. Okay.
JB, wait. What did you say about Miami?
How you don't have no notes for Miami? Because No.
To keep it 100%. The reason that I don't is I had to move my workout schedule around. So
yeah.
I instead of around Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm working out Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Mm-hmm. So I have some rest. So it's literally on days like today, I'm up at 4 to be at my job site by 5:30, to go across the street at 6 o'clock to work out, to be back, get cleaned up, start at 8, get off at 4:30. So by the time, between 4:30 and when this panel starts, if it's at 7 or 6, I literally have 1 hour to hurry up and watch it, because I'm not going to stay up the night before, because it doesn't come on until 8 Central. I'm not going to wait that long, knowing that I got to wake up at 4. So that's why I don't have notes where I'm watching it right before we go live.
Yeah.
So that's the actual reason.
And that's how I won't be moving my schedule around, but that is exactly what I would be doing for Beverly Hills. I'll watch it the hour before we go live.
Did you ever find out who stole your gym stuff? Speaking of working out, I'm just wondering.
No, I took it as just a punch on the chin, because it's like I can sit here and dwell on it. And let's keep it above. Yes, I'm mad that my hair products, my fucking picks and shit, my bottle of Sauvage, because again, that shit ain't cheap. Like, I'm mad that it came up missing, but it's one of those where I can sit here, dwell on it. I can soak in it and let that fuck up my day, week, the rest of my month. Or I could just be the boss motherfucker that I'm, just say, you know what, fuck it. Buy me a brand new lock that they can't fucking Jimmy rig. I bought me a brand new workout bag. Speaking of which, got me 2 boxes of Savage.
Okay.
Like,
oh, that's right.
I know that's right.
I know that.
like,
right.
like it's one of those ways. Like, I ain't even gonna be mad about the shit. Plus, and look, obviously somebody needed it more than me.
Did they really need Savage more than you?
I don't know, but you know, if I could be petty, you know, because they said it and they took from me, and you know, hey, the Lord just has stuff like that. I just hope that slowly but surely the hair on their chest hair, ball sack, and all that slowly but surely falls out.
Oh,
They get alopecia and crabs all over. That's all. That's it.
Oh wow. Okay. Not crabs.
Oh,
Now,
or
see,
do you?
Cajun, now when he cuss you out, I'm not gonna say nothing because I ain't even gonna, but when he cuss you out,
Let me tell you, Cajun almost got put in. Actually, Cajun almost got put in the timeout.
Why? Why?
Because he keep clowning JB.
Look what Cajun just said. We know who didn't steal it. Cajun, I do have it here.
He said something else a second ago.
He did not.
Why are you fanning the flames, really, B?
I saw the comments. I actually saw the comments because he said this is it right here. They say that Rogaine causes irritation and sporadic anger.
That was it.
Okay, so how do you know that was the record? That could have just been a flyaway throwaway comment.
Because that was after
I said about snatching
he
Julia Ball.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was at the Beverly Hills. Like, yeah, Cajun trolling. Cajun, keep on. You got one more comment and you will be timed out.
That is not nice. Don't do that.
Ooh.
Come on, Cajun. But yeah, so
I was standing in solidarity, and I will take myself off this panel.
Like,
yeah, right. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, all right.
Now we get to Gertie's speech. Now her first speech was very, good, uplifting, and all that kind of stuff, and I was here for it.
I had to catch myself because I was ready. I was ready to cry. I didn't cry this time. I was ready to though.
It definitely hits you right there. It definitely hits you right there.
It was a good speech. So
especially when she talked about Russell.
Yeah, that was the part when she talked about her boys. I was like, oh God. But I was at work, so I couldn't really cry because I was like, ooh, because it kind of took them on. I was like, damn. But I mean, I get it. Then once again, Stephanie, ma'am, she's having a conversation with they were talking to Carmen about the party, right? And so once again, she wants to talk about that party was for Todd. I'm like, ma'am, you said it earlier. And Alexia, you said it was inspired by Todd. And she said he's her Greek god. It ain't landing the way you think it is. Like, I don't know what your point is by constantly mentioning Todd to her. Yeah. And then when she said that, Todd is her Greek god, now I will say I did kind of laugh when she said, Alexia, you're delusional. Yes, she's delusional, but so are you. And I hate the thing about Stephanie is she's a try hard. I hate her style. It's something about that style that just irks my spirit. But
I keep saying it's very Karen Walker. It's like you really trying to be like, I feel like you really are trying to be Karen Walker. Girl.
But see, I wish that Stephanie would have came in like Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's the whole thing of either you gonna like me or you gonna hate me. But she came in like with that air of I'm her. No disrespect to him over there, but I'm her. I put that shit on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I may not be married to my dude, but guess what? He find me private wherever the fuck we need to go. All he gotta do is do a flight plan and we gone. Oh, y'all talking that yin yang? Hit my black card. Put it on there.
Right.
Like that type of air where it's you say what you want. Okay, yeah, I think she's an anesthesiologist, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. But I got banged though. I ain't waiting on no miracle to sit here and pay for nothing for me. I'm very much self-made. Mm-hmm. Like, I wish she would have came in with that type of time to where it's because again, I've learned this in life. People that gotta be that loud are very insecure. People who have to show I have this power and I have this. Like, for those of y'all who watch Scandal, I forget the boy name, but Olivia Pope's daddy, when old boy was like, I can do this, and he had to let him know, like, the fact that you have to tell me what you finna do means you ain't got no damn power. You weak as fuck. So it's people like that where when you have to do all of this, either y'all ain't got it or you ain't got it, but he got it.
Right.
So I just don't like how she came on because you throwing as much shit to the wall to see if it sticks and it ain't landing. And I won't, even though we gonna get Nicole next week, I want her back full time. But had that baby, did she had a baby yet?
Yeah, she's already had a baby.
Yeah. Oh, that baby is big too. Yeah, she's had that baby.
I missed it.
Yeah, she's almost a year. I think.
I think they had a 1 year the party for her.
Oh, I'm late. Ooh, I need to get caught up.
The other thing with Stephanie is now, not to cross our shows again, but she's kind of given how Shamia came into Atlanta this season. She's giving Shamia vibes. Because remember, Shamia came with.
But Shamia did have a couple of good episodes before she just started to spiral all the way down. She had a couple.
But she's come when I say she did definitely have she came in strong and she fizzled soon after, right? But the thing is, Shamia came. I think Stephanie was trying to come in that same way, like come in flaunting her wealth the way but Shamia did it in a different way than what Stephanie is doing.
Shamia never acted like it was hers. Shamia never. I will give Shamia that. Shamia never tried to act like it was her money. I mean, well, hers through marriage, but she's never like Stephanie's trying to act like she's running this company and she's such the CEO. Like Shamia is not pretending like she's going and working at the HVAC company. Mm-hmm. She ain't pretending. Like we know that Shamia has had jobs and has done things, but Shamia is not trying to walk around with no crocodile briefcase, acting like she going in and out of boardrooms. You know what I mean? But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. So then,
but I understand what you're saying about, like, again, I just think that Stephanie came on. She just came on. First of all, I think she thought that Nicole was going to be filming, and I feel
that's what I was just about to say.
I think she thought she was going to be dealing
with. That's what
I
was about to say. I was wondering. I was thinking that did she think that, because remember, nobody knew that Dr. Nicole wasn't coming back until she announced it, and they hadn't even started filming. If they had started filming, they were in the early stages of filming when it was, because actually with Stephanie, they were testing Stephanie. They didn't give Stephanie a mojito right away. She wasn't a full time. Stephanie was testing. I think her and Carmen were both testing for the same position, but they gave it to Stephanie instead. And I don't know why they gave it to Stephanie, because she's just not landing for me personally. But she was testing.
Well, you already know she ain't landing for me, so
I think that's what she was. I think with and then also remember at the time that she was, they said that she was filming with the girls. That's when people started digging and found out that she dated Dr. Nicole's fiance. So I feel like, especially with their private plane, I feel like there was a whole so Nicole and Anthony got a private plane. Let me show my privite plane, even though I'm going down to fucking Orlando when I could drive to Orlando and get my damn dogs. I think she was coming in kind of like how season 13 when on Atlanta, when Latoya forever thought she was gonna be filming with Nene and was trying to have a beef with Nene on social media, but Nene wasn't filming for that show no more because she was let go. That's what I'm getting from Stephanie over here.
Yeah, I think Stephanie. Yeah, I definitely think that Stephanie thought she was gonna be tussling with Dr. Nicole. And the funny thing is, Dr. Nicole would have paid her dust any damn way. Like,
I mean, yeah, because the reality
is very secure in her relationship. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, and I mean, and Dr. Nicole has the flex of, let me talk to the one who makes the money. Let me talk to your husband. I don't want to talk to you. Oh, well, I have this jet, your husband's jet. Let me talk to your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like it's real easy again with someone like that where they're coming off a circle. It's so easy to break them down when you get to the core of it. And all you gotta do, here's a life lesson for all y'all. All you gotta do is watch people. I'm giving it to y'all free. All you gotta do is watch people, and in watching them, you can see where their insecurities are and where they put value. And a lot of people lead with the thing that they're most insecure about, or if they're hating you for something, it's because you're the mirror to them, whereas you could have less than them, but because your light is better or your spiritual walk is better, or even though you may not have as much money, you got it going on to where you not living pillar to post, but they sitting here robbing Peter to pay Paul. They're trying to make it look like something. Watch it. All you gotta do is just watch them, and they'll give you everything you need to where it's all I gotta do is pull this one little piece, and it's the whole Jenga effect. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
That was for free.
Because she tries to leave with her money, and it ain't your money; it's your husband's money.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he divorces you, what are you gonna have to your name?
I have nothing. Nothing. No. I'm sure she's got a nice prenup. I'm sure she's got a real sweet prenup.
Might be a nice little settlement, nice little cute settlement.
She give Ashley Darby. She gives me Ashley Darby.
Ooh, wasn't expecting that one, but you're right.
So after that, this is where it went to hell. So Gertie got back on the stage, and when I tell y'all, my mouth dropped when she had them text messages behind her. Now, mind you, in the front row, in front of the stage, you hear Alexia, you hear Marisol, and you hear Larsa talking about she shouldn't have done this here. This is about charity. This is about charity. She shouldn't have done this here. But you have Adriana and Lisa in the back. And Lisa's like, turn around. And you had Adriana was like, I mean, I get it. Julia wronged her, and so she's just defending herself. Which that's really the stance that I had. I didn't, I know because I was in Really B's live earlier where you were saying originally you were, about the whole this is a cancer event. My thing was, and I know people said, like with Kenya, wrong place, wrong time, right? Probably do it when you have an event when it's just you and the girls. But I think this one, I don't think this would have landed as good as it did if it was just the girls. My personal opinion. But y'all can tell me how y'all feel. But then, like I said, we have the three students, and what really irritated me was Larsa. Larsa, you of all people have no room to judge what anybody does. You are notorious for taking shit to hell. So what are you so mad about? Because Gertie put fucking text messages up, and the text messages cleared her. Julia in them fucking text messages said to her, I know you and Russell just got back from the same cruise, but I want you to come out there with me. So you invited this woman to a cruise, and then you mistreat her. Julia, you lucky you dealing with a different person, because if it were me, you wouldn't play in my face. And if it were me, when you put that fucking threw that water in my face, I would have beat the shit out of you. I would have beat the brakes off of Julia, because girl, do not sit here and play in my face. So it makes me wonder when it comes down to Julia. You knew you weren't secure with your storyline with these boys. So he was like, okay, let me have a backup. Let me be pissed off at Gertie. And so if I don't get these boys, if these boys don't come home with me, then I can have this as an ace in the hole, because your issue with her is no issue.
I think it's a combination of what you just said. I think that she wasn't sure, because the fact that we just seeing the boys in episode 7 makes me think that they didn't know they were going to be able to film. She didn't know she was going to be able to show those boys. Maybe the adoption hadn't got to a point where she could put them on social media. And so that's part of it. But I also think there's a part of me that Julia is just a pick-me. And I think she just wanted to be on the right side of Alexia and Marisol. And the other thing, one of y'all said it earlier, is that now that Dr. Nicole is gone, they feel like they can just come for Gertie. Kind of like, Sutton Garcelle kind of thing. So I think all of those, I agree. I think all of those are a part of it. But like I said in my review earlier, my problem is, where was all that energy when that woman threw a drink in her face? Like, I didn't see y'all getting up outraged. I didn't see y'all walking out. I didn't see y'all talking about how terrible it was. I didn't even see y'all have a conversation with Julia after the fact, telling her how bad it was. I didn't see nobody calling her, texting her. And if they did, they didn't put it on camera. So if they didn't put it on camera, they didn't want us to see it. So as far as I'm concerned, it didn't happen. So my problem is, where was all this vitriol and anger when this woman assaulted Gertie? Nobody had Gertie's back. Nobody defended Gertie. So even though I stand by what I said, even though I feel like because again, there was a whole step and repeat with sponsors and all kinds of stuff because of that situation. Now, if this had been a party that Gertie just, threw for herself, and it wasn't, because when I saw the step and repeat that had sponsors and stuff, I was like, ooh. But the flip side is Gertie also is not stupid enough to put her business in jeopardy. So I'm sure she knew she could do it, and it would be, she would be all right. I understand, but what I do appreciate is that that production explained to us how we got there, and that let us know that this was not planned. Gertie did not plan to do this. So the fact that Julia, you basically created that situation yourself. Go ahead, y'all.
Oh, I thought you said I was over here amen and everything.
No, because I thought I didn't want to take up all the time. My bad. Because that shit pissed me off.
With my train of thought is initially, yes, I was very much on the Kenya like mind frame of why are you doing this at your event? That was based off the previews. And as I'm watching it, because I understand why they chronologically did not show it chronologically. But even in watching it, it's because at first when she was doing her tearful speech, when I'm like, in my mind, like, I know you're not finna follow this up with drama. There was a break. So a check was exchanged, tearful moment, and I'm thinking that was the conclusion of the big part of it. Like, okay, we did all of this. These are the after festivities. Right. Even though I still wish that she wouldn't have done it, or it would have been in a smaller group. But I had to refresh my Earl Grey. I really did. I really did. And after I put a little extra hot water in my medicine ball, I'm like, well, Julia did douse this woman at a party for Marisol celebrating her marriage. And it wasn't just in front of the cast, it was in front of people that are extended or connected to Marisol, and they're having this full-blown conversation in front of them. So because Julia, in essence, did the same thing, the only difference is Gertie did it in a larger way, bigger scale, where is I'm tired of you playing with me. And then to see how it all played itself out, I get it. It's just, so we said we was gonna dead this. We get to this party or this narcissist event. All that I said is I wish we would have had this conversation before Marisol's event. That's all that Gertie really said. Right? And really if I'm not mistaken, I didn't feel like going back. I do believe that Larsa and Marisol, when the dousing happened, I think they said something at the table. It wasn't as loud as they were.
They didn't walk out. They didn't walk out and say, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe you did that." I mean, they did. I think they did kind of do the, "Oh no," like, "Oh, why did you do that?" But it definitely wasn't as loud as at Gertie's event. And like you said, maybe because what Gertie did had a little more oomph to it. But you're right. I didn't think about it from that perspective. They were in front of Marisol's family. I'm sure Gertie was just as embarrassed.
So it's all of this is going on. And then I'm sitting with my husband and my children, and come to find out, not only did you engage with my husband, you were doing your damnedest to try to make it seem that I'm fucking crazy, that I misunderstood what was going on, that I put 20 on 10. I think it was at that point where it's so we said we was going to get it, and in front of this random TikTok guru guy, you want to bring me up in conversation last week, and then you want to go to my fucking husband and try to make it seem like, oh, I'm just doing team two. I got it in that moment where, and again, it wasn't planned. It was assistant. Can you do this? If I give you this work, can you put this up? Because at that point, it was, all right, you playing with me. You playing in my face, and then you sitting here talking with my family. Got you. So even though I wish it wasn't at that event, the Capricorn in me was smiling. And when I tell you, I was smiling from ear to ear when this is disgusting. This is this. Gertie didn't chase after them. She walked up to each one of them like, "Oh, you
that's the one that I love.
Have a great night. Have a great night." And with Alexia, I hope
that's the part I love the most. Was when Gertie sat her ass down and was like,
"Hope you can be neutral." But it was, if y'all want to leave, bye.
I would have told you gotta walk faster for me. You know, I would have told you you're not walking fast enough. Get the fuck out. Bye.
Now, when it comes to Stephanie, first glance, I wanted to ride for Stephanie until I had to play that last end scene back. Stephanie ain't shit. Because when it first happened, I missed it. Second time is when it happened. Stephanie's like, "You're doing this now, so you did this wrapped around cancer, whereas you already judged Gertie."
Yep.
And you sitting there and you have your little side comments, and then Mo, Larry, and Curly walk their ass outside, and then you eventually follow behind them. And I don't know what happened between then and you realizing maybe I should go get Gertie's side, because you should have got Gertie's side before you left the fuck out. And you did it. And though I don't see it for Alexia, I can see why Alexia said, "Oh, so you're gonna go in there and kiss her ass." Because your time to get her side of the story was when she was doing story time with Kiki and who was it? Kiki, Lisa, and Adriana. That was your time to get her side of the story, and you did it. And then her bringing up Todd, because again, how the fuck does Todd have anything to do with this? You ain't got nothing to argue with her about.
That's why I don't see. That's why I didn't see it for her in that moment, because it's like you're doing a lot for no reason. It's like, okay, you want to be neutral, but the time to be neutral was when you were inside with Gertie. Instead of you taking the Three Stooges side, you should have said, "You know what? Let's actually listen to her and hear her out." But no, you want to follow them girls outside. So now you be like, "Oh, well, I want to hear her side of the story as well." And it's like too late for that. So I was here for Lexi telling her, "Oh, you want to go in there and kiss her ass? Well, girl, go in there and do it." And then, like, girl, you deflect and bring up Todd. Man, this is apples and oranges. Not even in the same ballpark. Like, go to hell, Stephanie. And then Julia over there in the corner trying to play like she's the victim. I'm like, Julia, please stop. You're not the victim. No one's buying this.
Well, they are. That's the problem. They're buying it. We're not buying it. They're buying it. Well, my other thing is this with Stephanie. I find, like, again, on one hand, I was like, well, I'm gonna give Stephanie. I was appreciative that Stephanie was like, well, I do need to get both sides of this before I just make a decision. But then I was like, but why didn't, and as much as I hate to defend Alexia, but my thing is, so why didn't you give Alexia that same courtesy? Because you already made up your mind about Todd. So why didn't you give Alexia that same courtesy and say, well, you know what? Because now all of a sudden you come in, oh, he ain't this and he not that. And, but you didn't even know the whole story with Alexia and Todd. So I'm like, I find it interesting that now all of a sudden you want to give grace and you want to get the full story. But that's all Alexia was trying to say to you. And again, I don't like defending Alexia, but that's all Alexia was saying. It was like, you don't know Todd, you don't know me, you don't know our situation.
And I just want to say this because again, the Capricorn, it'd be like when I tell y'all I was proud of Gertie, but Gertie didn't take it to hell. I want y'all to know Gertie didn't take it to hell, because me being me, if I had the amount of time she did, I would have been like, assistant, I need us to do a role play. I need for you to be Julia, I'm gonna be me, and we're gonna stand up here and we're gonna read these text messages out aloud. Like, it would have been a whole dramatic presentation. Like, and again, that's some light. And then all of them say, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're showing text messages." No, what you're mad about is the fact that I have concrete proof. And even even Alessia saying, "Oh, I'm never going to text you because you don't want to be implicated. Because you want to be able to say, I never said that, or you misinterpreted."
And I'd record
what I said.
And I would have a second.
Not only that, but that's bullshit. Every single one of them would have will show a text message, an email, a phone log if they're trying to prove their point.
Especially Larsa.
That's bullshit. Every single one of them will pull out their phone to prove a point.
Larsa's at the top of the list of that one. We know how Larsa operates. So
didn't she show text messages from Milan? Did she pull out her phone?
Yeah, she pulled out her phone
and show that picture.
Yeah.
and Lisa wasn't Lisa wasn't there. At least Julia saw it.
So I mean, like I said, like I was okay with it, and I can't take credit for this because I was just scrolling through X, just seeing everybody respond, and one person said, and it was you saw it here first that pretty much in scene and during the season everybody sided with Gertie, and there was another tweet that said they felt as if Julia got with the big three. And kind of map this out so that it will play out. But they even said they thought that it was going to land a certain way. But now that it's playing back in real time and they're getting feedback from social media, they like, you heard it here first. Come the reunion, they all finna be kissing the pinkest part of her ass. They didn't say pinkest part of her ass. I said that. But yeah. Because at this point,
Julia definitely thought that it was going to play out differently. And here's how you know, because Julia didn't issue no apology until them episodes started airing. Then all of a sudden, we get this 4-page letter apology from her ass via text message. But you didn't give us no apology before the season aired. So that means that you waited until the first. I think that was after the second episode that she released this text message about how she was in a bad space when it was filming. You ain't do that before we saw the episodes, which tells me that you thought it was gonna play a different way than the way it was gonna play.
And then even in this episode, at the end of the episode, you see when Adriana went out there and told Julia, like, go talk to Gertie, and she was like, no, I'm not gonna go talk to her. Because you don't think you're wrong. You think that you are the victim in this, and you absolutely are not. You want to be a white woman and use those white woman tears.
And I should also mention, when it comes to a lot of these reality TV shows, even if they don't show text messages in scene in their interviews, that y'all call, I don't call them confessional because confessionals was like early seasons where they caught them right then, right there. But in their interview, I've seen it to where they are reading off text messages and they have it popped up on the screen.
People do it all the time. They show them. People show their phone, text message, emails all the fucking time. Child, like I said, them sitting there acting like they so appalled. I'm never texting you again. Y'all probably don't call her ass now if it ain't in the group text for the show. How many of y'all got her phone number?
Or no?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Right, I'll wait.
She probably ain't even saved in their damn phone. It's probably her number that shows up.
Who was that? What was that? They said you didn't even have my phone number saved in your phone. That was one of these reality shows.
No, I know that was Portia and Britt.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Portia and Britt. I knew it was one of these shows. It was like Portia was like, "Who this?"
But I can appreciate that. Regardless of what we say about Gertie, black and white, like receipts don't lie. And rather now, because somebody put it in the chat, I think it was Yvette, where it's when Julia was reading back the text messages herself, she was omitting shit. Gertie said, fuck what you heard. I'm gonna let you see what I said and what she said, and I'm gonna let you draw your conclusion. And for that, I can't help but respect Gertie, because you have a lot of people. I'm not like that. My friends will tell you I'm really not like that. I will tell you, I will give you every painstaking detail in the story where y'all like, yeah, you could have wrapped this shit up in 2 minutes. But I'll give you everything. Some of my friends said, yeah, you was wrong. I'll be like, well, shit, I fucking said that. She a bow-legged motherfucking bitch looking like a damn penguin. I said it. And I mean that shit like that's me. But I stand in my shit. You have some people where I'm going to tell it in such a way that I look like the good person and you look like the bad person. Gertie's whole thing is, I don't care how you feel about me, but here are the facts. I'll let you draw your conclusion. Here for it.
I was here for it too.
Here for it, yeah.
So yeah, that's the episode. Good episode.
I'm about to watch that scene back. Shit.
The episode was mid, but that ending,
yes,
that was the best part.
And let me ask you this, because people on social media love to deem something iconic, and this is in the top 5. No. Okay. Now, in terms of Miami, since we're not gonna say all the Housewives fandom, do you think this is a top 5 in Miami's?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the original Miami, so I can
No.
say in the reboot, yes.
Okay. No, because season 1 they threw a guy in the pool, and that shit was funny. He was getting his name is Bo, and they threw his ass in the pool, so that was top. It's up there. I think it could be in the top 5 because even in the original, like before the reboot, Adriana and her, the way her and Joanna Krupa used to go at it to each other. Now that,
yeah.
Oana. So yeah, but it ain't iconic. Would I say iconic? No, but was it good? Hell yeah, it was good. Would I watch it again? Absolutely. Because
I'm gonna watch that whole scene.
Because Julia couldn't say nothing, couldn't do nothing. Julia was on mute. This was the Beyonce on mute challenge. I was like, ooh.
And that's when you did your job to where they can't even say. She couldn't even. Now with a certain reunion for Potomac, I ain't gonna say which one, where allegedly Giselle was saying, "Have you? You?" We didn't even get that.
We never saw that. We didn't see that.
We didn't see it, but I believe it happened.
I do too, because besides the person who said that it was said, there were other people that have said it happened, and I believe them over that woman because we know that woman has a tricky way with the truth.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say this though, like if this isn't Gertie's last season, meaning that she doesn't walk away from this, I'm either going to need A, for Nicole to come back, or B, Gertie is allowed to bring on a friend of her own.
Yeah, because it ain't Kiki. Skinfolk ain't kinfolk.
Damn sure ain't Kiki.
I was trying my best to not even give it to Kiki.
Me too.
But I'm just saying, like, I want, like, if Gertie does come back, I want that for her. Because even when it comes to Kiki, where I understood the whole they don't want us here, and it was actually layers to that statement. It was layers to it. I get it. But the grand scheme of things is they don't want us here, we should leave. But I understand Gertie's whole thing is, baby, I'm getting paid to be here, 1, and 2, you ain't finna rub me out or I'm finna talk my shit.
Right.
And unless production tell me to leave, I'm finna sit here and I'm finna talk my shit, because the fact that I'm talking my shit and you had to throw water to break up the scene lets me know you don't want me to keep talking, and I'm finna give you the same thing I'm give you the thing that you don't want. I'm gonna sit here and I'm finna break this shit up. And I do wish that, even though, yes, Kiki said we should leave, yes, Larsa and Marisol in moments said something, but it was very, oh my gosh, no, that wasn't right. It wasn't this taste, because Marisol should have been like, hold the fuck on. This is a party for me getting married. No, we not throwing water here. Like, it should have been one of those, and we didn't get that. So the fact that y'all this motherfucker outraged, man. No,
that's what I'm saying. I needed y'all to have that same energy, the same energy.
But I think that's it.
That's it.
But it will be interesting to see everybody's attitude at the reunion now that we've seen how everything has played out. It will be very interesting.
But I mean, I think we already know what's going to be, because if you saw the girls that have been on Watch What Happens Live or even in different interviews, now some of them, the only person who hasn't switched up is Stephanie, because you guys know Stephanie said she still wanted to put more onus on Gertie with the whole water throwing. But everybody else is like, oh, well, I don't agree with what Julia did. And, there was some blame with both of them. I don't know where there is blame with both of them, but they have now flipped, because, in the interviews that they do with, like these different podcasts and stuff, a lot of them have flipped. And like I said, even on Watch What Happens Live, you saw Alexia flip the first week. You saw Marisol flip. The only person who, even though she wasn't there, and the night that episode aired, she was immediately on Instagram and she said something again. It's Adriana, but like y'all said, I think now that I kind of think about it, I'm like, I like Adriana, but Adriana, would you have said this if you and Julia weren't at odds right now?
Right.
But it's gonna be interesting once we get to the reunion. It's gonna be interesting, and it's gonna be interesting how Julia reacts.
Because it's gonna be, what? She's probably gonna be a whole ass Karen, whereas I'm finna cry, and I hope somebody has a jar that says Julia's tears and put it right next to her face, because it's really nothing that you can say. And the best thing that she could do, and it might hurt her, is just take full accountability, full responsibility. Now, she ain't got to air out the fact that this was a scheme that we cooked up, but she could even, no, I'm not gonna do this, because if I say this and she says at the reunion, I'm gonna be pissed. This is the one moment that Sakita probably would be like, don't give her no advice. I ain't giving no advice.
Don't give her nothing to say at the reunion.
That's
why I'm
not.
Because Julia's gonna be on. Well, we haven't got to the rest of the season yet, but I think Julia's on the hot seat.
And one other thing that I did want to say, even though this is not on the level of what happened with Kandi on Atlanta, I want y'all to follow me here. When the allegations came out against Kandi, right? Kandi had to wait until the reunion to be vindicated. And what a lot of people don't get, I'm not gonna say what it is, but for that level of a lie, what people don't realize is Kandi about her food, her finances, her fiance, okay, and her family. She about the 4 F's. Don't fuck with her money. So the fact that there's this big allegation and we heard about it, but it's playing out and there's no way for her to combat it. People don't realize she lost a lot of money, because when these allegations come out, these big brands, they gonna sever ties before the truth comes out, because we're not trying to lose business. We believe in you, but we gotta save ourselves. Gertie said, fuck what you heard. I'm not gonna let this go the whole entire fucking season, even though I don't think this could really fuck up her money, but it's all right, this is the perfect time. Let me air this now. And Gertie even aired some of these text messages. I think it was episode 2 or 3 when it came out that she was leaking text messages.
It was the first one.
So I want to say I understood why she did it, whereas I'm not going to wait to be vindicated, especially when I have concrete evidence.
I think I agree. I don't think because even when they were filming, nobody knew, it was already out there, but nobody knew what really happened. So, people are going out, oh, well, because, again, we've all said it on here plenty of times how annoying Gertie is. And I think a lot of people, well, I know me and Really B have said it, and even Leah has said it. I think a lot of people I think a lot of people are going off of the thing of, well, we know Gertie's extra, we know Gertie's annoying, so a lot of people were probably, and before the season aired, a lot of people were thinking like, well, what did Gertie do and say to elicit? Because again, remember, most people don't think Julia has this in her, so people probably thought that Gertie provoked Julia to throw the water on her when it was the other way around. She got provoked by Gertie's words, and she couldn't come. You can't combat the truth with a lie. And that's what, because Julia couldn't lie her way out of it, because everything because when it comes to Gertie says, she doesn't change up what she says. Julia either changes up what she says or she omits things from what she says. And that's how you knew Gertie, not Gertie, but Julia was fucking lying through her teeth.
Yep.
Whew. Well, look, at least we wasn't seething with some of the other episodes of other shows where it's, like with New York reboot.
Oh God.
With what's her name? Brand, Burren, bag of shit, whatever her name is. With Uber, because a lot of us were seething over there. At least with this, it wasn't that bad, but it still is very distasteful. And to even try to paint Gertie as being thirsty, and even saying she's a social climber when the real social climber happens to be Stephanie, and Julia, if y'all watching, is slowly but surely doing the same exact thing that you're accusing Gertie of doing.
Absolutely.
Just like somebody that's cheating, you're gonna accuse your partner of cheating, even though you're the one that's actually cheating.
I'm glad it's something like New York, because because I'm glad I stopped reviewing New York, because I would have drugged Brenda to hell and back. Actually, not hell and back, just drug that bitch to hell.
Listen,
I mean, hell, it's not this time of year.
I came back for the final episode so I could see what everybody was talking about.
Okay, so just to give the people just a little light, since we was talking about it behind the scenes, what was y'all take on the Jackie Christie and her daughter and that punch?
So I didn't watch the show, so I think I know my opinion is going to differ from a lot of people's because I'm not on Chantel's side, but I don't think, I don't agree with what Jackie did. I don't agree with that. But also me, I have to take myself out of it because I have a toxic mother just like Jackie is. So I've been thinking about if I want to even speak on it because I'm like, I know people going to hate my opinions about this when it comes to Jackie. But here's the thing. Here's what I will say because I've watched Scotty's reviews of Basketball Wives, and I've heard that people say that it feels like Chantel came on this season of Basketball Wives just to stick it to her mama and fuck with the girls who her mama don't fuck with. That I don't agree with. Even though me and my biological mother are not in the best place, I wouldn't go on a reality show and link up with people that don't like her just to fuck with her. I would fuck with her just to fuck with her.
Well, I'll say I have not watched this season, but I have been watching other people's reviews because I said backstage I wanted to believe Chantel only because in a lot of situations I tend to believe the child only because I know adults lie. Mm-hmm. And I've seen adults sit here and fabricate shit. But after a certain point of listening to people's reviews and even thinking back to if your mom was this way, you never showed us this. Your mom literally almost tried to fight Dre and her boo thing over some allegations, and you was getting up ready to sit here and fight because I think the shit was true. But Jackie was ready to go that way. She's like, y'all not, and again, she's sitting with her daughter, going into that attack mode. And you've been on here filming and the whole night, and it seems like she was adopting, from what I heard through the reviews, her sister's trauma. Not to say that it didn't happen, but the way, from what I've seen of watching Basketball Wives, it ain't adding up.
No, that wasn't one
had this fever for your mother before, but now that you're on the cast, now it's all of a sudden you have all this heat for her, and you can't explain or quantify how the hell we got here. But back to that one scene, was Jackie semi-antagonized her with like, you can leave, you look nice and everything? Yes. She was at the door. You could have walked out the door, but you didn't. You turned around. And again, I'm all about watching people's actions. You start walking back. So now you was already the aggressor. You're very aggressive. I believe Jackie got up to go to the door, to open the door, to be like, you can leave. Jackie's walking. Chantel says, don't touch me, and pushed her mother. And after that, you got one clock to the face. Your whole bun shifted itself. But I feel bad because no, I don't. Because Jackie, the way you did OG, I don't feel that bad for you. So never mind, I don't feel bad. But I'm just saying, hey, it is what it is. It was up. It was stuck.
Now I will say there was that one season where I don't remember if it was. It's the early seasons when Jackie, Takari, and Chantel, they did do that therapy session, and they did call out Jackie for not being a good mama to them. They were raised by their grandmother and all this kind of stuff. Where Jackie was like, "Well, I thought since my mama was there, and I was I think Jackie's whole thing, what she feels is a good mother is providing monetary things for your kids and not actually being, a nurturer." And I don't think that's who Jackie is. Unfortunately, I just don't think that's. I mean, let's be real. Jackie chased in behind Doug for years in the NBA. The woman was ready to fight people behind Doug.
What you guys say? Really, be you quiet?
Because I just think that Chantel got the ass whooping she asked for.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I mean, again, all other things aside, like y'all said, I don't watch the show. I don't know the history of it, but I'm just looking at that one scene You literally were walking away.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother said, bye. Okay. Yeah. All right then. Bye. You turned your ass around and came back to continue arguing with that woman. In my mind, at that point, whatever you got, when you turned around and came back, and then you put your hands on your mama. Now, Chantel tried to say that her mom put her hand on her arm and she was pushing the arm off of her. That ain't what I saw. I ain't see that part. I saw you push your mama. I didn't see you yank your arm away from your mama. I saw you push your mama. And I just feel like after you put your hands on your mama unprovoked, you just get whatever come next.
And look, y'all know I like mama, y'all love her dearly. We don't get along only because I'm the male version of her, so I'm a mirror to who she is. It's been times that mama Yada got me so pissed, and all I can do is, you know what? Let me just walk the fuck off before I say some shit that I'm really gonna mean, but I can't take it back. And she'll take. It's been times that as I'm walking away, she talking cash money. It's been 2 times I turned back and her talking cash money shit to stand my ground, but ain't never touched her. For many different reasons. But in this instance, Jackie was just very, okay, you look cute, thank you, bye, and you turn around. The only thing I'll say is, even though I don't see it for Jackie, you dumb. Because you gave Chantel the very thing that she had been looking for. Because I know this personality type, because I was raised around it, to where people try to paint this picture. It's a smear campaign. Who you are, and they orchestrate and try to build a scene so you react in such a way to be like, see? Yeah. That's all that happened. But I heard in present time, a lot of the ladies are siding with Jackie. Like, I didn't, seeing it play back, my bad. So.
Y'all know that girl Ming did. She put out a statement.
But I wish that Jackie would have dog walked her ass. I ain't finna, like, when I say I wanted to, I'm always on the kid's side. I ain't even hold you. But in that moment, I wish Jackie would have dog walked that, because it's one of those, like, you've been asking for this.
Yeah.
So. We just at the Haitian Emperors, we ending it. That's all. We about to get up out of here now.
We are. So we'll go around and say what everybody got coming up. So y'all, do you have anything coming up?
I'm just waiting for you to let me know when we can do that thing.
We can do it. We can talk about it sometime for next week, because I still have not finished watching the show yet.
You haven't finished watching Ironheart yet?
No, I'll be finished with about a weekend for sure.
Oh, I started watching that this weekend.
You want to join us for a conversation?
Me and my niece started watching it. No, I'm good.
No. Okay.
So we can plan it for sometime next week. What I'm gonna do, let me out, because I'm caught up on everything, because that's what was happening. That's why last week, because with me being off on my birthday, everything got pushed to the wayside. So I'm caught up on all my other shows. So the only thing that we got so what I'll do tonight is, since I already watched Divorced Sisters, I'll just watch Ironheart tonight, and then we can work it out and figure it out.
Okay. I mean, but that's pretty much it. Like, I'm not reviewing Atlanta Reunion. I'm just present for the panels. I'm not reviewing this show. Just present for the panels. Like right now, I'm enjoying my break. I'm enjoying OC. I'm waiting for Gretchen to really break her foot off in some ass. She ain't fully did it yet. And I'm choosing to overlook the fact that she MAGA just for her breaking her foot off in some asses.
Oh, yeah. Here's a good comment before we get to really be. So Haitian Emperor says, theory about MIA. She said, I think Alexia, Larsa, and Marisol are backing Julia and icing out Gertie to make her lead the show and prevent a return of Dr. Nicole.
Ooh.
Interesting theory.
Ooh. Yeah, that is.
All right, Really, what you got coming up?
So I'm like you. I'm still playing catch up. So today I did like 3 lives. I was hoping to get to do Big Brother tonight. I may or may not get around to Big Brother tonight. I'm about to go watch the episode now. It's going to depend on how good the episode, if I feel like talking about it. So tomorrow, I'm going to try to get Next Gen NYC done, Love and Marriage Huntsville done. I know. I'm going to be honest, though. I watched the first episode, and I just don't know. I don't know. And then I'm still trying to get caught up on Divorce Sisters and Beyond the Gates. So that probably won't be till this weekend because I got something to do. I have a birthday party Friday night and Saturday is Saturday. So,
all right. So for me, you guys know. So I've already watched Divorce Sisters. So I watched it because Scotty spoiled it for me on Instagram today.
Well, don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it for me.
Don't go watch his stories because it is in his damn stories.
Okay, then no. All right, then I ain't gonna watch.
I had to say really Scotty. So, but it was really good, and I think it was the mid-season finale too. So Divorce Sisters, y'all know I'm doing OC, so I'll do that sometime tomorrow. I have it scheduled for noon, but it'll probably be 1:00 on my lunch break. And then since I told y'all, I'm gonna definitely get caught up on Ironheart, and I'm gonna put the other reviews on my other channel that I have, and then y'all and I'll work out something when it comes to Ironheart. And then me and Rila B, y'all know we got Beyond the Gates, and with Beyond the Gates, I'm fine with us doing 2 weeks. It don't matter to me because last week was really good. I know me and Trees talked about it last week.
Was really good, yeah. So okay, cool. So we'll do it Saturday. We could talk offline about what time works for you. I'm free all day Saturday. So I mean, only thing I was gonna do Saturday was go hang out, go hang out with my family. But I can do that after we do the live, so.
And
I know mornings ain't your thing, so you let me know what time.
It definitely ain't my thing because you remember I told you I thought I made up a whole conversation in my head.
Well, I just wanted to say that with the whole people leaking stuff, this is so unrelated. But y'all know I'm a Pokemon fan, so the Presents came out. I believe it was either yesterday or Tuesday, and I couldn't watch it because I was at work. So I had a break, and I'm just scrolling. It was either Facebook or X. And then all of a sudden, I see Mega Dragonite. I'm like, you sons of bitches. I don't even see the fucking direct. I'm just like, great. So shit got spoiled for me.
That's how I felt about. I don't know what this spoiler. I don't know what this still is because I'm a huge I Know What You Did Last Summer fan. And it just came out last week, and somebody literally is in a movie theater, and they took a picture of the screen where Brandy was on there. I was like, why would you do that?
Because they're miserable.
And then I'm trying to stay off of social media because I kind of want to go see the Fantastic Four this weekend, but I don't know if I'm going to see. I like sometimes when it comes to certain things, I be like, I feel like you got to go watch it the week. Like when it comes to movies, you got to see them the week of because people will start spoiling them. I'm like, I don't like going to a crowded movie theater because I really want to see Fantastic Four because they've been promoting it and
I would say try to catch it on a matinee. That's what I used to do before I switched jobs.
I go to a matinee, yeah.
Because I would be able to catch it during a matinee. It might be like 3 other people in there, and I can fully enjoy it. Now my schedule's just like, not really. But
and the matinees
would be my advice if you can.
Yeah, and the matinees are cheaper.
They are. Yeah. So that might be what I do.
That's what I used to do. So.
But that's all we got, you guys. So we appreciate y'all. Now, where we gonna be next week? We gonna be with you, Really B?
Yeah, I guess it's my turn next week. If Leah can't do it because she hasn't had her turn yet. So if she's available, if she's available, it's her. But if not, I'll do it next week.
I know she's kind of nervous about going live. I think that's one thing for her because she's never gone live before.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay,
yeah, she's never gone live. She's never gone live, but I mean, we can figure it out. But yeah, you guys, that's all we got. And we're gonna get off of here, y'all. So y'all be sure to check us out for everything we got coming up. And that's it. Bye, y'all.
Bye.